Lily, where did you go? We're leaving in about 10 minutes, so get back here as soon as you can. What? What do you mean leave? Where are we going? To the hospital. We're going to visit Dad today, right? Oh, that's right. Don't tell me you forgot about it. I just remembered now. But I can't go back. I promised to meet my boyfriend at night. So I have to go to the nail salon and hair salon before that. What? I can't believe you. Your dad is suffering from an illness. Did you forget that he's been told he doesn't have long to live? I can't believe you're prioritizing your boyfriend. Sis, what are you so angry about? Your face wrinkles when you're angry. You'll look even uglier than you do now. What? Whatever, just come home. Me and Jaden are waiting for you at our parents' house. So let's all go visit Dad. What? Jaden's coming too? Of course he is. He's my fiancé. I see. That's right. The fiancé's father is about to die. Of course he's coming. Don't say something like that. He's been told he doesn't have long to live. As I remember, he has about a month to live, right? When that happens, it's finally going to bring me a lot of money. I'm happy to get the company, but I'm also looking forward to the massive inheritance. I don't think he'll give the company to you. I don't think you, who's unemployed all the time and depending on your parents, I don't think you can be the president. Here we go again. Are you jealous of me, sis? What? Because what's the point of working when you can live on your parents' money? Being employed like you doesn't make sense to me, you know? And on top of that, living by yourself is such a waste of money. I'm better suited to be a president because I lead a more efficient life. What kind of logic is that? In this era, it's all about how efficiently you can live. Someone like you, a person full of waste, you can't manage a company, can you? You really don't understand anything about management. Despite living with our parents, haven't you learned anything from Dad? I don't want to hear that from you, who doesn't come home very often. Anyway, come back home. We are going to visit Dad. I don't want to. Do you think Dad would hand over the company to a daughter who doesn't even visit him? I wonder about that. Well, that part doesn't actually matter. What? I have a plan. Well then, bye, sis. Hey, wait a minute. Sis, I have some big news. I got engaged. What? So, the guy I've been dating for a long time proposed to me. He said he loves me so much and wants to be married as soon as possible. We're planning to register our marriage as soon as we're ready. Why at a time like this? What were you thinking about getting married when your father was going through such a hard time? Our deep love for each other can't be stopped by a dying father. Sis, I'm sorry. I got married first. Feeling jealous, huh? I'm more surprised than jealous. What? I wanted to make you jealous, so I messaged you as soon as possible. Oh, oops, my bad. I forgot to mention his name. His name is Jaden. What? It's Jaden, your ex-fiancé. I'm sorry, sis. I stole your fiancé. You're joking, right? Why would he propose to you? Because he loves me. It's obvious. No way. He's engaged to me. And you said you were dating him for a long time? You cheated with my fiancé? Exactly. Did you not notice until now? Come to think of it, when we visited Dad last week, you said you were going on a date that night. Jaden went out that night too. He said he was with friends and he came back the next day. Could it be... We were staying at the hotel together. No way. We had a really good date night. Naturally, things got more exciting when we were in the hotel. When I looked into Jaden's eyes, I knew he was serious about me. He said he would leave you and be with me. And just as I expected, he proposed to me last night. I see. I was so happy. My dad will be gone soon. Now it's decided that the company and your fiancé are all mine. What? Why do you think you got the company? You know, Dad has this thing about not wanting a woman to run the company, right? I overheard him telling everyone he won't let either of us be president. He's going to write that in his will, right? Well, that's what he said when we went to visit him the other day. You weren't there, so how do you know about it? Of course! Jaden told me. Dad only has either me or my older sister as his children. So naturally, the next president will end up being the husband of one of us. In other words, the first one to get married before Dad dies. She will inherit the company. Stealing my sister's fiancé to prevent her from getting married. Now I will be the first one to get married. Honestly, it's such a brilliant plan. Are you serious? I can't believe you. I know you've been working hard all this time to gain Dad's approval as the next president, right? Well, that was really a waste, wasn't it? Having your fiancé and the company snatched away by someone you look down on. How does that feel? It's the worst. You and Jaden are both such jerks. Oh my God, you're so angry. But it's not my fault or Jaden's fault. If he marries one of us sisters, he will get the company. If that's the case, it's only natural that he'd choose me, the pretty one, over the ugly one. And the company will definitely do better if I run it, rather than my stupid sister. I will build up the company with him. I'm building a happy family, so you should just stick to your low-level job at a mediocre company forever, sis. Both of you will regret it. Why? I can't tell you now. Why don't you check the will? What? I can't believe you screamed and stormed out of Dad's funeral. What were you thinking? That's my line. Dad said he wouldn't let the woman take over the company, right? Why does Dad's will say that the company should be handed over to my sister? It's not just the company. It also says most of the inheritance goes to me. Why? Why? Your story doesn't match at all. It's your fault for not listening to me. Mom told me, since you married Jaden, you never visited Dad once, and you didn't listen to Mom's advice either. So what? We're newlyweds. We should be enjoying. Ever since I took away your fiancé, Mom has been lecturing me and nagging me. We were just waiting for him to pass away, so there's no need to visit him. That way of thinking was your downfall. Because I thought Dad wouldn't change his mind. He announced a decision in front of the family. So based on his personality, I thought it wouldn't happen. He's a stubborn, old-fashioned man, but he's not someone who doesn't understand. He's a man who's been president for decades. He knows there are times when flexibility is necessary. What do you mean? Jaden seems to have a huge amount of debt. What? After finding out about the affair, I did some investigation on him, and a lot of things came out. Not just debts, but crimes he committed when he was a student, and his troubles with women. Crimes? Troubles with women? There's no way he'd be involved in such things. Jaden is a diligent guy. A diligent guy wouldn't cheat on his fiancée. That's... After considering everything, I've come to the conclusion that he approached me for money. Now that he knows he can be president no matter who he marries, me or Lily. I guess he chose you, who seem to be dumb. I told Dad about it and asked him to reconsider. And then, Dad promised to hand over the company to me. Oh no! It's frustrating that I didn't see that my ex-fiancé was a terrible person. But I'm glad you took him from me. No way! Jaden loves me. He proposed to me because he loves me more than you. We were bound by true love. Then, where's Jaden now? After Dad's funeral and the announcement of the will, he disappeared. You haven't seen or heard from him since then. You went looking for him, but he hasn't come back yet, right? He just went to the convenience store or something. Of course he'll be back soon. Since he realized he couldn't become the president, did he abandon you and run away? No way! Oh, really? Well, it's none of my business anymore. I don't care. Sis, why are you being so cold? Just because you got the company and the inheritance, you think you're better than me? I mean, why do you get a larger share of the inheritance? Even if there was a problem with Jaden, I didn't do anything wrong. So Dad's inheritance should be divided equally. What do you mean you didn't do anything wrong? What are you talking about when you took away my fiancé? But ultimately, it's good that you found out about Jaden's true color, right? That's a different issue. But do you know when Dad was young, somebody tried to kidnap Mom? You know that story, right? What? Someone tried to take her hostage to demand money from Dad. I've never heard of that story. He was always telling this story to us. You lived with them for a long time, but you didn't know anything about your father. I wasn't interested. What does that story have to do with anything now? In the end, Dad desperately searched for Mom and managed to rescue her. But ever since then, Dad came to despise people who use others for money and those who try to get involved with someone else's lover. What? It's almost like what happened with you and Jaden. Actually, Dad didn't want to give you any of the inheritance. But he left you a little as a final gesture of kindness. You can use it as a stepping stone to get a job. From now on, live independently without relying on your parents. Oh no! We are lucky that our dad is a kind man. If he were like you, only thinking about efficiency, he wouldn't have wanted to leave you any inheritance. Well, he could have just given the inheritance normally. He's so stingy. Are you serious? You haven't reflected at all, have you? Why do I have to reflect? I absolutely won't accept this will. Dad's company is mine. I'll take all of his inheritance. I'll take everything away from you. If you really try that, I'll call the police. The police? You mean you're going to turn your sister into the police? I don't want an insane woman like you as my sister. As soon as you married Jaden and moved out of the family home, your mother gave up on you too. If you don't want to be locked up, you better live a life of remorse at best. Jaden, who had disappeared, seems to have returned a few days later. It seems he ran out of money, and he was after Lily's meager inheritance. Lily, knowing Jaden's true nature, got seriously furious, leading to a heated physical fight. A few days later, they sneaked into the company I inherited. They were caught by security guards, and both got kicked out together. I originally quit the company I was the president, inheriting my father's position. I will do my best not to betray the expectations of my father, who believed in me and entrusted me with his company.
Julian, you won't believe this. What's up all of a sudden? I'm finally done with being single. Wait, Luca, are you getting married? Hell yeah, that's right. Surprised you, huh? Yeah, but I'm happy for you. Looks like my little brother beat me to it. Well, you're probably never getting married anyway, Julian. Excuse me? So, let's just say we're no longer brothers, alright? What? As of today, I'm an only child. Hold on, where's this coming from? Don't you get it? I'm getting married. Just because you're getting married doesn't mean you have to cut ties with me. Man, you really don't get it. Having a high school dropout for a brother is such a stain. I told my fiancé I'm an only child, so you and I are total strangers now. Thanks for everything. What are you talking about? You know why I ended up as a high school dropout, don't you? Yeah, because you were dumb, right? Hey, I had to drop out of high school because our parents died in an accident, and I had to work. That day, they were on their way back from a trip when they got caught in a massive pileup on the highway. Cars kept crashing in the dark, rainy night, and one of them was the car our parents were in. Someone called an ambulance, but they didn't make it. When they died, we realized we didn't have anyone else, and it terrified us, especially since you were still so young, and I was only 15, completely lost. You were just a kid trying to play the hero. It was honestly a burden. Huh? A burden? You heard me. If you hadn't tried so hard, maybe a rich relative would have taken us in. But no, you had to go all, don't worry, I'll work hard to support us like some tough guy. And that's how we ended up broke, just the two of us. Luca, you remember, right? That day at the funeral? You mean when our relatives were arguing over who'd take us in? Yeah. Dad's sister and Mom's younger sister were practically yelling like we were some burden to shove onto each other. Right in front of us, saying stuff like, siblings 8 years apart, that's too much to handle. Looking back now, I get that it's not easy for anyone, even family, to take in 2 kids. Well, I was still pretty young, so I don't remember all the details. But I bet the reason they were arguing was because you were so useless, right? What? If it had just been me, I'm sure they would have been happy to take me in. But since you were with me, no one wanted to. After all, I was the smart one. You remember, right? I was the first in my class to memorize the multiplication table. Back in first grade, my teacher always praised me, saying, "Luca, you're so smart." While the other kids were still learning addition, I had the multiplication table down perfectly. Well, yeah, learning it in first grade was impressive. See? My teacher was totally surprised and even said I might be a genius. Compared to that, how are you doing? While I was in first grade impressing my teachers, you were in ninth grade, stuck at the bottom of your class. It was honestly embarrassing, having such a failure for a brother. Sure, I wasn't great in school, but I was all about baseball. From morning till night, I was constantly practicing. Even after school, I'd be on the field from late afternoon until it got dark, running drills, practicing my batting, and sweating it out the whole time. On weekends, I had practice in the morning, and if there was an away game, we'd drive for hours and come back at night, so I barely had time to study. But I gave it my all in baseball, aiming for victory in tournaments with my teammates. That was my youth. I may not have been good at studying, but I was doing my best in my own way. Well, that's just an excuse. You used sports as a way to hide the fact that you're dumb. If it had just been me, they would have fought over who'd take me in, but because of you, no one wanted us. It's pretty clear that no one was keen on taking responsibility for someone who looked like a hopeless case, with no way forward. Don't say stuff like that. But it's true, isn't it? Now you're in your mid-30s, working at some rundown factory, a complete deadbeat. Don't insult my company. What? I was a high school dropout. No one would hire me and I was lost, but the boss took me in. Yeah, what a touching story, huh? Don't mock me. Because I worked my butt off at that factory from morning till night, I was able to send you to college. Oh, sure. All you did was repeat the same mindless tasks, right? Even the 3-year-old could handle that. Don't look down on factory work. It's not like all I did was simple tasks. When the lines suddenly stopped or the machines broke, I had to fix them right away. I had to learn how the machines worked so I could repair them quickly. It takes a certain level of skill and knowledge. Yeah, spare me the bragging. For a high school dropout doing grunt work, it's not like you're making that much anyway. Yeah, because I wasn't making much, I had to work hard to save. You say you had to live poor, but I was doing everything I could to save enough to send you to college. You just took care of me on your own. Don't act like I owe you for that. I'm not trying to make you feel indebted. I just wanted to make sure you didn't have to struggle, so I did my best. See? That right there. It's so annoying. And what's with this did my best thing? You working at a factory made my life miserable. What do you mean? During the parent-teacher conference in middle school, all the other parents showed up in suits or nice dresses, but you came in work clothes. It was humiliating. All the other parents had their hair neatly done, smelling of fancy cologne, politely greeting the teacher. But you showed up covered in sweat in your work clothes with dirt and oil stains on your pants. I tried to act like I didn't know you, but then you went, "I'm Luca's brother," in this loud voice. Everyone immediately knew we were related. It was so embarrassing. Of course I was sweaty. I came in the middle of my shift. I was your only guardian, you know. Did something actually happen? Did your friends make fun of you or something? They didn't make fun of me, but I was so embarrassed. All the other parents were wearing polished leather shoes, and you showed up in dirty work boots. You were there with your sleeves rolled up, really standing out and all sweaty. I'm sorry I embarrassed you. I had to leave work suddenly and didn't have time to change. And then, my teacher had the nerve to praise you. Wait, I got praised? Me? Your brother's so thoughtful, Luca. You should learn from him and think about other people's feelings. That's what she said. It was awful. Why should I have to look up to you? It ticks me off. That's because you look down on everyone just because you were good at studying. Your teacher even said that during the meeting. Grades weren't a problem, but the way you treated your classmates was. Whatever. None of their business. I don't want to be friends with people who aren't smart. And then in high school, the girls would freak out every time you showed up. People would say, "Hey Luca, your brother looks awesome in his work gear. He's such a different vibe from you." Really? What's cool about a guy in dirty work clothes? It's like advertising how useless you are. You're full of prejudice. Besides, if your teacher and classmates were praising me, There was no reason for you to feel embarrassed. But still, girls calling me cool, it's kind of flattering. Don't get all happy about it. Seriously, you're the worst of the worst. The worst of the worst? For a college grad, your vocabulary sounds like a grade schooler's. Shut up! Because of you, I got treated unfairly and ended up stuck working at a supermarket, unable to use my brain. Hold on. Isn't that because you were hanging around and didn't take your studies seriously? Hanging around? That's not true. Oh, come on. I know you were out every night with your club, coming home at dawn. Even before exams, you barely studied and scraped by to pass. Didn't you say that yourself? Well, maybe, but I still graduated. You graduated, but when you slack off and avoid studying, of course, you're not going to have great job options. I heard you didn't even prepare for job hunting. I just thought if I got into college, I'd land a good job without having to try that hard. No one gets hired by doing nothing. But it was such a hassle. Filling out applications, wearing a suit to interviews. And because you left it all up to what a hassle, you couldn't get into a decent company. So now you're stuck working part-time at a supermarket. Jesus! Stop nagging! I don't know, but whatever. It's all your fault. That's a lot of blaming. By the way, does your fiancé know you're just working part-time? Don't tell me you lied about working full-time at some top company. Do you really think I'm that low? Well, you've always had a massive ego, so it wouldn't surprise me if you did. Relax. I told her I'm a valuable employee at a mid-sized company, so there's no problem. That's a huge lie. That's definitely a problem. How could I possibly tell her I'm just a college grad working at a supermarket? At least I kept it to a mid-sized company, so it's fine. How is that fine? Lying to your fiancé is a terrible idea. You're going to live together. What if she finds out? Relax. She won't find out. I'll just leave the house in a suit every morning and come back in the evening in a suit. As long as she sees me commuting, she'll never know. Are you planning to keep this up for years? Stop it. Eventually, she'll find out, and it'll be a huge problem. I'm telling you, it'll be fine. Once we're married, I can say goodbye to my fake job title. What? Actually, her dad is the CEO of a big company. No way. How did you meet someone like that? At an elementary school reunion. At a reunion? Things don't just work out that easily, do they? She came up to me. She was the one who greeted me. I was honestly surprised she even remembered me. Well, I was known as a genius kid back then, and I was pretty handsome too, if I say so myself. Hard to forget, you know? We started reminiscing about old school days and things just clicked. We exchanged contacts and started meeting up, just the two of us. Oh, really? Man, I'm lucky, huh? Her dad's the CEO of a pharmaceutical company. Guess I'm marrying into money, huh? Wait, don't tell me. Is she the daughter of J&K Biopharma? Oh, so you remember? Yeah, I even talked to her mom once at the school event. She gave me props for hustling so much for someone my age. Seriously? Well, they've probably forgotten all about you, and even if they remember, they'll probably support cutting ties. Actually, maybe they'll praise me for cutting off ties with my dropout brother to marry their daughter. Listen to me for a second. Wait, so if I say I have a brother but cut ties with him, would that make me look better? Imagine my father-in-law saying, I admire your determination. I'll make you CEO. Man, I'd be CEO in my 20s. I'd be living the dream. Stop getting lost in your wild fantasies. Ah, forget it. Too complicated. I'll just go with being an only child. What was this whole conversation even for? Anyway, once I cut ties with you, I'll be working at a top company and marrying the CEO's daughter. Goodbye to my miserable part-time life. Feels like you're missing the point here. So hurry up and disappear from my life. Got it. Nothing I say will get through to you now, so let's take some time to cool off. Nope. I want a complete, immediate break. Jesus, fine. Sorry, Julian. While you're out there sweating in your dirty work clothes, working yourself to the bone, I'll be living it up with the CEO's daughter in a mansion with a pool. We'll see if that dream comes true. Huh? Of course, it'll come true. Anyway, I'll be packing up and leaving the spot we share in no time. Hey, Luca, what the heck is going on? Man, what are you bothering me so much? We cut ties, so stop calling me. I just got home from work and the whole house is empty. All the furniture and appliances are gone. Did you do this? Yeah, I took them. What? You took them? Consider it a wedding gift. Thanks a lot. Excuse me? You should be grateful. Since you're broke and couldn't afford a wedding gift, I went ahead and made one for myself. You sold the fridge, the TV, the washing machine, everything? That's what I'm saying. High school dropouts really have no comprehension skills. How am I supposed to live with nothing in the house? I'll be living with my fiancé now, so I'm all set. So you don't care about me at all? Not only do I not care, this is the final cutoff. I'm marrying the CEO's daughter, so bye-bye to my dropout brother. Are you serious about this? I've been saying that the whole time. Fine, we'll never meet again. And seriously, don't ever show up in front of me and my fiancé, okay? Even if we run into each other, we're complete strangers. Got it? Oh, and don't come to the wedding next week either. What? Next week? Isn't that way too soon? I didn't mention it since I never planned to invite you, but I've been getting ready. And where'd you get the money for that? Even selling the furniture and appliances wouldn't cover a wedding. You didn't have any savings. Oh, but I did get the money. I sold Dad's Rolex that you treasured. What? It took forever to crack open that 8-digit combination safe, spinning each dial from one in order. I thought it'd be easy at first, but as I turned each number on the dial, my hand started cramping up. If I messed up any number from 1 to 8, I had to start over from scratch. At first, I was turning it casually, but by the third attempt, I was getting frustrated. My palms were sweaty. My fingers started hurting, and I kept failing on the last number. I almost wanted to just break the safe open, but I stayed calm, realizing breaking it would ruin the watch. It ended up taking about 5 hours. The moment it opened, that Rolex was shining. Honestly, it was the hardest I've worked in a while. You went that far just to sell Dad's watch? That was originally Grandpa's watch, something Dad cherished deeply. How could you... Grandpa got that watch when he was young. It was his first real luxury watch, and back then it was high-end. He treasured it and always told Dad it was the family's treasure. When Dad got it handed down to him, he was really touched and promised to take good care of it and pass it along someday. It's an old watch, so I didn't expect much. I brought it to the pawn shop near the station, and it went for a whopping 60 grand. What a score! Big thanks to Grandpa for his awesome taste. What? I can't believe this. Grandpa and Dad would be furious. Relax, relax. Grandpa and Dad are probably thrilled to help with my wedding. Enough. I'm done with you. Yeah, well, I was done with you ages ago. Loser. Fine. I've got something in mind. Huh? Whatever. Trying to scare me won't work, okay? Anything a high school dropout comes up with isn't going to be much anyway. I'm moving out of this place too. Oh, so you're gonna be homeless? Well, it suits a low life like you. Try not to catch a cold out there. Hey, Julian, pick up the phone. Don't ignore me. Your factory job should be over by now, right? Didn't you say we cut ties? Emily, my fiancé said she's calling off the wedding. Oh, really? Oh, really? Don't act like it's someone else's problem. It is someone else's problem. We cut ties, remember? Did you say something to her? She said, I can't believe you treat your brother like that. I don't know anything about it. I don't even know your fiancé's contact info. So how could I have? Then why does Emily know about you? Maybe she remembered something from elementary school. No way. You only talked to her mom back then, right? If she knew, she would have said something way earlier. I see. Then maybe, could it be because my company has a contract to manufacture products for J&K Biopharma and the CEOs know each other? Wait, what? Maybe it's because I told my boss what happened, and he passed it on to Emily's dad. Wait. And then her dad told Emily. Oh, that all connects pretty well. No way! If you think I'm lying, why don't you check for yourself? Why didn't you tell me? I tried, but you cut me off with that whole ridiculous fantasy of yours. I don't remember that. It's a shame, though. You said Emily and her dad would be thrilled to hear you cut ties with your dropout brother, and it turned out the opposite. Wait, why aren't they happy about it? Having a high school dropout in the family should be an embarrassment. Maybe it's because Emily's dad didn't graduate high school either. What? Emily's dad had to give up further education due to family circumstances when he was young. His family was struggling financially, and he needed to start earning as soon as possible. So he looked for work without any qualifications or experience, and ended up getting an interview with the previous CEO of his current company. Apparently, he was hired purely for his enthusiasm. It's all in an interview in the business journal. Yeah, like I'd read that. Once hired, he worked tirelessly, building trust with everyone around him. When he moved to sales, he kept breaking records and became a go-to person for clients. Eventually, he taught himself about management and the market, building up his business knowledge. His hard work was recognized, and he quickly climbed the ranks, landing management positions early on. In the end, he grew the company significantly and now holds the position of CEO, a real self-made success, built on sheer effort and skill. He's basically a charisma powerhouse. That's why, ever since Emily's dad became CEO, he's been hiring skilled people regardless of their education. On the flip side, people with high degrees but poor character or no motivation don't get far. Seriously? Do you think someone like that would respect a guy who's all high school dropout, let's cut ties? Yeah, but you're still just a forever rank-and-file worker, even if you're a dropout like him. Oh, I thought I mentioned it. I became the division head last month. I didn't hear that. It's probably a lie. No way someone that high up would wear work clothes to the office. I just wore the work jacket over my suit. Didn't you see the suit when you ransacked the house? That was yours? It looked so expensive. I thought it was Dad's. My name's embroidered on the inside lining. Maybe check next time. No way! I had no idea. So yeah, the CEO of J&K Biopharma actually favors me since we have similar backgrounds. But this is just a small misunderstanding. No need to call out the engagement. You lied about your own background, didn't you? Oh. She said what she couldn't forgive most of all was being lied to. Even if you were working part-time at a supermarket, as long as you were honest, she wouldn't have cared. If you'd worked hard, you might have even had a chance to join her dad's company someday. You're an idiot, lying about being some valuable employee at a mid-sized company just to look good. Come on! The wedding is in 2 days. She should just accept a small lie like that. No one's going to just accept it. That's peak stupidity. Then convince her dad for me, please. Why should I? Because I paid for the wedding with Dad's Rolex. You wouldn't want that money to go to waste, would you? That money's already been returned, so no problem. What? You gave her $60,000, right? Yeah, I handed it over to her as a wedding advance yesterday. Don't even tell me. That money went to her dad, then to my boss, and then back to me. You've got to be kidding. Then I went straight to the pawn shop I'd called ahead of time and bought Dad's watch back. Paying for the wedding expenses. Naturally, that's on you. But Emily already said she's canceling the wedding. Yeah, that makes sense. But since it's a last-minute cancellation, I believe you have to pay about 80% of the estimated cost, right? So that's around $50,000? I don't have that kind of money. Then you'll just have to work hard to pay it off. But I'm only working part-time at a supermarket. I can't make that much. Aren't you working 5 days a week? Ask if you can bump it up to 7. That still won't cover it. Then how about working 8 days a week? Don't mess with me. Plus, if you're renting an apartment, that alone will eat up most of your money. What? Right now, you're crashing at her place, right? But if the engagement is off, you'll be out on the street. Then I'll just come back to your place. You can cover the rent. We're cut off, remember? No way I'm letting you in. Wait, hold on. If the wedding's off, then cutting ties is off too. You think it works like that? I only said I'd cut ties because I was marrying the CEO's daughter. If there's no wedding, then there's no reason to stay estranged, right? You're seriously pathetic after all that trash talk. Hey, living alone must get lonely, right? Not really. Come on, no need to act tough. Besides, even if you don't give me permission, I'll just let myself in. I still have a spare key. You can't get in, even with that key. Why not? Did you change the lock so I couldn't get in? I moved out. What? Actually, I'd been thinking about moving soon, so the timing was perfect. Since I became division head, my salary went up, and I wanted a nicer place. I was too busy with work to get around to packing, but thanks to you, that got sorted out. With you selling off all the furniture, I had hardly anything to move. What the hell? I found a new place I could move into right away, but I'm already living there. It's bigger than the last one. Super comfortable. Wait, where is it? Tell me the address. I'll move there too. Didn't you hear me? We're done. Come on, We're the only brothers we have. Let's just live together again. No thanks. I don't have any siblings. What are you talking about? Your cute little brother's right here. Cute little brother? The one who called me a useless dropout after I paid for him to go to college? I'm sorry for making fun of you. And I'm grateful you paid for me to go to college. It's too late to apologize now. I'm blocking you, so don't contact me again. No, wait, hold on. Let's just calm down and talk this through. No. Please, don't abandon me, Julian. Julian! Following that, Luca earnestly asked his fiancée for forgiveness, vowing he'd never be dishonest again. But she, along with her father, was furious with Luca, and their engagement was called off, canceling the wedding. The cancellation fee of around $50,000 was entirely on Luca to pay. Of course, he couldn't cover it on his own, so he borrowed money from various places to somehow pay it all off. Since then, he's been working nonstop just to repay his debts. His supermarket job wasn't enough to keep up with the payments, so now he's juggling multiple part-time jobs, working practically around the clock with no time to sleep. As for me, ever since I cut ties with Luca, my job's been going well, and I've even started dating someone. Things couldn't be better. I'm thriving every day. We're even talking about marriage, and soon, we might be moving in together. For years, I worked hard for my brother's sake, but from now on, I plan to focus on my own happiness and that of the one I love.
Hey, Rose. I just saw your text. Sorry it took me a while to reply. I've been busy today and I'm barely having my lunch. Ah! Here we go again with the I'm too busy excuse. No, I didn't mean it like that. I feel sorry for you. You have a shitty job. Caregiving is such a hard work, but you don't get paid enough. I don't know how you do it. Yes, it is hard work, but I love doing it. Stop lying to yourself. They don't even let you get a break until now. That's because we prioritize the residents' lunchtime. I often have my lunch around this time. Right, poor thing. I couldn't handle being treated like a slave for such crappy pay. Slave? No, that's definitely not the case. I eat breakfast late, so having lunch late doesn't bother me at all. Anyway, what can I help you with? What's the reason for reaching out? Oh, about my lunch today? What the hell was that? You didn't like it? You expect me to like that shitty lunch? Do you think I'm stupid? What? I double-checked and even tasted some before packing your lunch. I thought it was fine. I'll make sure to do better next time. Seriously? The lack of color is just too unappetizing. There's way too much brown, don't you think? Really? Didn't I put spinach and cherry tomatoes to add some color? I thought I did a good job, but... Besides, it tastes salty and soggy. Are you seriously trying to embarrass us with such a lunchbox? Is that really what you want? That's not my intention. Did you even try it yourself? If you did, are you seriously that clueless about taste? I can't believe it's this bad. Sorry. Do you really think just saying sorry will fix everything? How about putting more effort into making it actually taste good before apologizing? I do try my best in my own way, you know. Oh, come on. Is that your idea of effort? That's hilarious. Well, I suppose it's understandable. Dealing with older folks all the time, huh? No wonder your taste buds are a bit off. Rose, joking about me is one thing, but I won't tolerate making fun of the residents. There you go again, being a hypocrite. You might put on a good face, but we know you're intentionally serving us bad food to annoy us. Honestly, you're such a pain. Rose, isn't that a bit too harsh? I do my best with chores and work, you know? I don't get why you have to talk to me that way. Hey, isn't it because you're on a low income that you're working so hard? That's probably why it's affecting your private life, and you're only able to cook bad meals, huh? Why do you hate me that much? Oh, you finally get it, huh? Why would I even like you? With your income, you should at least be good at cooking. But nope, you can't even manage to make a decent lunch. You're just so useless. Useless? I'm neither your maid nor your slave. Ugh, you're seriously annoying. Always making excuses when you can't do anything. I'm so done with it. Why do I have to put up with all this from you? If you don't want to be criticized, why not make better food? And don't even think about talking back until I give my approval. Clear? Understood. Hey, what are you doing? I need to talk to you. Pick up the phone already. Do you even remember what phones are for? Sorry, Rose. I just saw your call and text. Is everything okay? Emily, finally! You're still at work, right? Yes, but... Good. I need you to stop by the mall on your way home. The mall? I ordered some stuff online from the store's website. Turns out, both the clothes and the bag are available for pickup today. Since I really need them right now, could you do me a favor and grab them for me? Why me? Why not just swing by the mall on your way home? If I could, I'd stop by. But it's quite a distance away, and it's in the opposite direction. It'll add an extra hour to my journey home. Plus, I still need to make dinner. Dinner will end up being late. Is that all right with you? Huh? Of course not. You do realize that Mom and Dad, who are getting older, really look forward to dinner, don't you? And here you are, unable to cook anything decent. Yet still planning to make them wait? It's just unbelievable. I don't want to keep them waiting either, so that's why I'm saying it's difficult to make a detour to the department store. Are you talking back to me? I didn't mean it that way. Can I pick it up on my next day off? You just don't understand women at all, do you? It's like we're from different planets. I need it right now. Waiting until your next day off just isn't an option, okay? I'm sorry, but it's either the department store or dinner. I can only prioritize one. Ugh, you're so useless. Fine, go to the mall and get my stuff. Huh? I can't keep your mother and father waiting. Who the hell do you think you are? What do you mean? I'm saying don't think about the dinner. Nobody's expecting your shitty cooking anyway. So, we've decided to eat out tonight. Remember how Mom's been wanting to go to that sushi place? Well, tonight's the night we're splurging and going there. Oh, that place? Isn't it like around $100 per person for the basic course? What's your point? You're not expecting me to pay, are you? You're the one in charge of cooking, remember? Since your cooking skills are, let's say, lacking, it seems fair that you cover the cost, doesn't it? That's not fair. We make a conscious effort to save money in our everyday lives. It would be quite difficult for us if we were suddenly expected to splurge like that. Ugh! Seriously? Your stinginess is so annoying. You know what? Unlike you, my husband is actually successful. Yet he's forced to deal with your crappy lunches, and it's a real nuisance. It's annoying. Don't you feel sorry for my husband? If you did, You'd at least feel like treating us to a decent meal once in a while, wouldn't you? That's so fucked up. Listen, unlike you, my husband graduated from a prestigious university, and he works at a well-known local company. He's not like you, a high school graduate who's stupid. Totally different, okay? Stupid? Anyway, we're treating ourselves to some good sushi. Make sure you pick up the clothes and bag I ordered, understood? I got it. But just so you know, I won't be covering the bill, all right? Hey, Emily, did you take a look at the pictures I sent you? Don't pretend you didn't see them because I know you did. You have until this weekend to pay up, all right? Got it? Sorry for the late reply. I'm just taking a break now. Okay, I get it. Your constant busy act is seriously getting on my nerves. Enough already. I didn't mean to upset you. If I did, I'm sorry. I've just checked the pictures now. What's the invoice for exactly? What do you mean? Isn't it obvious? It's clearly a credit card bill. I know that. Why are you sending this to me? 'Cause I want you to pay for it. What? Why me? I mean, we're more than just sisters-in-law, aren't we? We're practically sisters. But I'm really strapped for cash right now, so I could really use your help. If you didn't have the money, why did you use the card? $3,000 is a lot of money. I can't afford that. And what did you even spend that money on in the first place? Oh, you see? Remember those bags and clothes you picked up the other day? They were from my favorite brand, so they were quite expensive. And then, I treated myself to a fancy French meal recently, so that's also included. Oh, and I almost forgot. I used the card to pay for a spa trip with my friends too. All that money was for your extravagant spending, wasn't it? It's just how it is, right? Women need to invest in themselves and stay young. You're a woman too, so you get that, don't you? I get where you're coming from. Even so, $3,000 is quite a lot. Anyway, I can't afford it, so please figure it out yourself. If it's really impossible, why not ask my brother for help? He's your husband, so please discuss it thoroughly with each other. Are you trying to diss my husband? You think Daniel doesn't make enough money, do you? I don't think that way at all. Listen, Daniel is way more competent than you'll ever be. If you dare to insult him again, there will be consequences. I'm not insulting anyone. If you think he's so capable, then shouldn't you rely on him even more? I'm offended by the way you're talking to me. You're just someone who's undereducated and can't even do your job properly. You can't even pay my bill, so don't even try to tell me what to do. Huh? Don't you think it might be in your best interest to switch to a company that offers better pay? Just a thought. It's none of your business. That is my brother's company. What? Still got something to say to me? Can't even whip up a decent lunch. Yet you've got quite the attitude. We're not talking about lunch, are we? It matters. Anyway, I need you to send me $3,000. If you don't, I'll kick you out of the house. It's a bit sudden, so I'm not sure how to respond. Well then, just listen to what I'm saying. See you later. Hey Daniel, do you have a minute?
What's up, sis?
Your wife reached out to me. She's asking me to send her $3,000 to pay her credit card bill.
$3,000? She spent that much again?
Seems like she's been going all out on bags and clothes, all in the pursuit of staying young. And she even mentioned going on a spa trip.
And she even brought up going on a spa trip with her friends.
You need to do something about this. Do you even have that kind of money?
Yeah, but she never listens to me when I try to stop her.
Huh? She's your wife. No one can stop her but you.
All right. I'll remind her to be more careful with spending from now on. Could you cover it just this time?
Huh? Why me?
Come on, Emily. You've got money, right? I'm really struggling here. Barely making ends meet. And I'm dipping into my savings just to get by.
I worked so hard for my money. Why should I have to spend it on her?
If you're not keen on it, why don't you talk to Rose directly?
We both know she won't listen to me, which is why I'm asking you to talk to her.
Ugh. She doesn't really listen to anyone, does she?
This is serious. Anyway, I'm not willing to pay $3,000. I think it's best to have a proper conversation with your wife about this, including discussing future arrangements. Otherwise, you will end up burdened with the debt in the long run, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Like I said, she's your wife. You have to talk to her. It's better than me talking to her, so please.
Okay.
Emily, what do you think you were doing? What are you talking about?
Don't play dumb with me. You told Daniel, didn't you? He found out I used $3,000 on my card. You told him to talk to me, and now you're saying you can't pay for it.
Yes, I did.
Why? You could have just sent me the money. Now look.
I've told you multiple times I can't pay it for you.
What? How useless are you? Even Daniel couldn't stand you.
My brother hates me?
Yes. He really didn't want to say anything to me, but you kept nagging him, so he had no choice but to talk to me. How does it feel to be hated by your own brother? It must suck. You, with your low income and incompetence, have the audacity to speak against my brilliant husband? You should just keep quiet and do as I say.
Rose, you really don't know anything, do you?
Huh? What are you talking about? I understand perfectly well that you're incompetent.
Continuing this conversation with you will only frustrate me more.
I'm tempted to ask Daniel to cut ties with you, considering you're so useless.
Are you sure you want to say that? You might regret it later, you know.
Are you kidding me? I won't regret it at all. In fact, I'll feel relieved. Just get out of the house already, you and your husband. I never want to eat your awful food again.
Okay. Are you sure you want to do this? I'll talk to my husband about it and we'll move out soon.
Wow. Surprisingly cooperative of you. It's quite rare. Please do it as soon as possible. Emily, what the hell is going on? Pick up the phone.
Hey, didn't we cut ties already? We did as you said and left the house. We're practically strangers now, right? It was tough enough being asked to live together by our in-laws. Living together was tough, especially with the added pressure of cooking meals for everyone. But now that it's just my husband and me, things are much more comfortable.
Whatever. I heard that Daniel got fired.
I see.
I see? When I talked to Daniel about it, he said you were the one who fired him. What's the deal? How do you have the authority to do that? You, with your high school education and caregiving job, can't possibly have the power to fire him.
It's true that I work as a caregiver, but I'm also the facilities manager. I don't understand why you always seem to belittle me.
Huh? You're the manager? Can you please stop lying?
I'm not lying.
But you work on site, right? You prioritize the residents' lunches, sometimes having your own meal later in the day.
I believe that first-hand experience on the front line is crucial for understanding the operations. So I am involved in both caring for the residents and managing the facility.
I didn't realize you were the president. So I know you're making more money than Daniel. But what does that have to do with Daniel getting fired?
Oh, so my brother hasn't mentioned anything to you, huh?
What do you mean?
It seems like you're underestimating me because of my role as a caregiver. But just to clarify, Daniel has been employed at our facility for a year now. What? There's no way! Daniel is a smart man. He works for a top-tier company. I remember Daniel was working for a top-tier company, but he got fired due to some issues at work. Issues? What kind of issues? Yes, my brother used to go on a lot of business trips, right? Now that you mention it, it does seem like he hasn't been going on business trips lately. He got caught altering his business trip receipts to claim more money than he should have. They found out and fired him from the company. I didn't know that. He would leave the house every day to spend time in the park or cafes, trying not to be obvious. I knew about it, but he begged me not to tell you anything. Job hunting was tough for him. Nothing seemed to stick, and he got pretty down in the dumps. Feeling sorry for him, I offered him a job at our facility, which he gratefully accepted. He's been with us for a year now, but it turns out he was sneaking into the facility's office and stealing money from the safe. Despite being sued by his previous company, and I thought he had learned his lesson, it seems he hasn't. I think he has a problem. He was sued? Did he really do it? Maybe it was somebody else. The clerk mentioned discrepancies between the records and the cash, so they installed security cameras. And there, my brother's face was clearly captured, so it's not a case of mistaken identity. Emily, if you believe Daniel has an issue, why not support him? He's your brother. I won't mock your profession anymore, so please, don't let him go. So, it was you who wanted to cut ties and kick us out, right? And didn't Daniel also say he hated me? I don't feel obligated to help someone who feels that way. Plus, even though we're siblings, I'm the one in charge here. I simply can't overlook having a thief within the facility. Oh no! Even though things might not be great now, he had a good salary at his previous job. Why would he falsify receipts? Did you know that Daniel was addicted to gambling too? Huh? Gambling? That's a lie. He started playing poker online to kill time. But then, he started to lose control. He started pouring almost all of his allowance into it, but even that wasn't enough to satisfy him. Eventually, he crossed the line and dipped into the company's funds. We've already taken this matter to the authorities for assistance. What? The police? Of course, he stole the company's money. I can't even pay my own credit card bill. And now I have to deal with my unemployed husband getting arrested? How am I supposed to survive this? I don't know. Don't be so cold. I helped him out when he was in trouble, despite all the harassment he put me through. But now, after finding out that my brother stole from the facility, I have absolutely no intention of helping him. We've cut ties with you both, so please don't try to contact us again. I'm blocking both of you. We've moved, so we won't be seeing each other anymore. Emily, I'm sorry. I've been an asshole. Please help us. Hell no. Goodbye. No! My brother was arrested for embezzlement and had to pay a hefty fine. To cover the fine and my sister-in-law's mounting credit card debt, he borrowed money from our parents. Unfortunately, this led to our parents cutting ties with him. Meanwhile, Rose, who used to work part-time while relying on financial support, has taken on multiple jobs. She's working from dawn till dusk. Despite her hard work, most of her earnings go toward repaying her parents, leaving her with little to spare. As a result, she can't afford any luxuries and even struggles to enjoy decent meals. According to my cousin, Daniel and Rose are constantly fighting every day. It might just be a matter of time before they get divorced. I'm committed to striving for a comfortable environment for our residents in the facility. I'll give it my all, both on the ground and in managing the operations.
this is Zora's number, right? I have something important to discuss.
Who is this?
This is Evelyn, a coworker of Steve. Sorry for contacting you out of the blue. I really need to talk to you.
Oh, so you're from his office. It's nice to know someone he works with. Did something happen to him? Since you're reaching out to me suddenly.
Can you please stop acting like you're already his wife? It's really awkward.
What? Aren't you contacting me because something happened to him at work?
He's fine. You're so ready to get married to him, I bet. But too bad. I'm the one who's going to marry him.
Okay. I just want to clarify, are you from his workplace?
Yes, I'm one of his assistants. I've been under him for the past 6 years. He's so down to earth, and he's wonderful both as a coworker and as a man. At first, we had a platonic relationship, but we've been seeing each other since last year.
Oh my god.
I contacted you today because I have a request. Please, break up with him right away and never appear in front of us again.
All right, I understand. Did you think I would say something like that? Do you even understand what you're asking? You got involved with someone else's man and are asking me to break us. Can you please stop making these weird jokes?
I would never joke about such things. We're in love. He loves me the most. The second best needs to leave him now.
Listen, we're getting married this weekend. You should know that since you're his assistant, right?
Of course. I'm going to take your wedding and fiancé. He's also well aware of this. So, can you accept reality now? You're dumped by him.
What the heck are you talking about?
He told me that it was time to end our relationship. He pronounced that we go back to being coworkers once he marries you. But I found out about my pregnancy just yesterday.
You're pregnant? Don't tell me the father is...
Yes, it's him. So I told him, expecting him to mention a termination. But he said something unexpected. I made up my mind, marry me and have the child. He really said it.
No way.
He told me he loved me the most and will build the warmest family in the world. So you see, Zora, can you please let him go? For the sake of the child that's about to be born, it needs the father. You're okay with becoming single from now on, right? You can easily find a new man. Please, give him to me, especially considering there's a new life growing inside me.
Wait a minute. I don't appreciate you bringing up something like this out of nowhere. He was really cheating. And with a coworker. He got you pregnant.
He's mine now. We're going to be a family.
Look, you might be satisfied with taking him away, but I'm left in a mess. Our wedding is this weekend, and now this? We can't have it in this situation for sure. I don't even know if I have enough time to cancel everything.
Oh, you're worried about the venue, right? Don't worry, he already informed them about the change in the bride.
What the?
He called them first in the morning. He told them that the bride had changed.
What? You're kidding.
He'll take care of explaining the situation to the guests and everything. So you don't need to worry. You don't have to do anything. Just let me have him and the venue. He's such a kind-hearted guy. He's still thinking about you even after dumping you. I will be happy with such an amazing guy and our child.
Oh God, this is unbelievable. Our wedding's in just 2 days, you know.
I'm terribly sorry, but please understand and accept this as fate. I'll make sure to give him a happy life.
Hey, Zora, I heard from Steve. What's this change in the bride about? I still can't grasp the situation, you know. I suddenly got a call from someone who said she was the new bride. Apparently, he was having an affair with a coworker.
What? He was having an affair?
That's right. I haven't had a chance to speak with him, but according to the woman, she's with a child. A child? So that means he's already starting a family with her, right? Or is it her child from a previous relationship? No, he's gotten her pregnant. She found out just recently. Pregnant? Oh my god. Well done, my boy. He's as brilliant and amazing as his mother. I'm so proud of him. Excuse me? Well done. This isn't something to be praised, you know. Zara, I'm really sorry about him. I do feel sorry for you. But considering the baby on the way, he has an obligation to be a father. Can you please let him go? Huh? Hold on. Do you mean to say you're accepting his infidelity? Oh, if a cute grandchild is on the way, there's nothing else to be done. Aw, I wonder if it's a boy or a girl. I'm so looking forward to it. Hello? I found out about the affair right before the wedding. Your son betrayed his fiancée, you know. What's wrong with you? Praising him and celebrating the pregnancy as if infidelity is okay? Of course, it's unacceptable. I will speak to him about that. But cheating and the arrival of a child are separate issues, you know. To be honest, I wanted to see my grandchild sooner rather than later. What? You said you wanted to work more and weren't planning to start a family for a while, right? Well, I did say something like that. You know, I was actually disappointed about that. It's been my dream to go out with my adorable grandchild. So it was sad to realize that my dream won't come true anytime soon. But even though it might be considered insensitive at a time like this, I'm actually really happy about it. And my son is going to be a father. No matter what the situation, I have to support him as a mother. Moreover, as someone with child-rearing experience, a mother has to stand tall, no matter what happens. Being all flustered over something like infidelity is just no use. Jeez, are you really okay with that? Aren't you ashamed that your son's bride is a relationship wrecker? I think it's perfectly fine. When I got in touch with Steve, he showed me a photo. She was a lovely girl. What? If a girl like that is going to be his wife, I wholeheartedly welcome her. She's cuter than you. I'm sure their baby's going to be super cute too. You gotta be kidding me. I can't stop smiling. I feel so lucky, you know. Steve regularly gives me the gift certificate for spa treatments. He's such a devoted son and even covered the renovation costs for my home the other day. Now I'm going to have a lovely daughter-in-law and a grandchild all at once. Seriously? Hold on. Spa treatments and renovation costs? What are you talking about? I haven't heard anything about that from him. Oh, yeah? You didn't know, huh? The amounts are quite significant. So I thought you two had discussed it together. I have never heard about any of it. Oops, then maybe he discussed it with the new bride. Well, I'm fine with it either way. If they are being dutiful and taking care of their parents, I'm happy with that. New bride? Isn't it a bit too quick to accept all of this? Zara, I feel bad for all the things you've been through, but the wedding is approaching. We need to be flexible. So I'm thankful for everything you've done for Steve until now. And find yourself a new partner. Hey girl! It was absolutely fantastic today. My wedding was a huge success, and everyone had a blast. That's good to hear. I'm glad that there were people who celebrated my stolen wedding. I can't believe they don't even question a sudden change in the bride. Hey! Don't be sour grapes. It's ruining my good mood. I know you might be jealous, but can you please stop? Then can you please stop contacting me? Does it make sense to you to come and bother me after telling me to never appear in front of you again? Today is a special day. Since you're in a miserable state, I came to share some of my happiness with you. Jeez, who's miserable? I don't know who you're talking about.
It must be the worst day of your life as your fiancé and wedding were taken away from you. But I'm feeling over the moon and I came to share my happiness with you. First, I'll send you some fun pictures and videos from today.
No, thank you. Please don't send me anything.
Oh, come on. You must be itching to know what happened. You wanted our wedding to be a disaster, right? Well, too bad. We were congratulated by our relatives and friends, and it was a really joyous day. I'm sorry that you're miserable, though.
Can you not assume my feelings and get all excited like that? Of course, I had no ill wish for your wedding. It's more like I don't care.
Oh, please. I bet you did wish a bit. Anyway, I made the arrangements in advance so that everyone would congratulate me. If I mentioned I was pregnant, celebrate, right?
You really have some nerve, huh?
By the way, Steve told me I was the most beautiful bride in the world. Technically, it should have been you. I'm really sorry for being happy while you're not.
You seem to be in such high spirits. After doing what you did, do you really think you'll be happy from now on?
Of course we will. Everyone congratulated us and it was the best day ever. I'll build a loving, happy family with him from now on.
Even though it's the beginning of a hellish ride.
What?
You're probably feeling on top of the world right now. But brace yourself. I'll make sure you fall to the lowest point in no time.
Hold on. Don't say such a scary thing out of nowhere. What do you mean by hellish ride? Don't frighten me.
Well, I have to go now. Best of luck with him so that you can spend the rest of your life happily ever after.
Hey, this is definitely your doing, isn't it? Steve suddenly transferred to a branch office in the countryside. Such a demotion. It has to be your doing.
Oh, really?
And I lost my job, you know. They made it look like I retired on my own will. But they suddenly pressured me into it. Isn't it practically the same as being fired?
Oh my. How unfortunate for the newlywed to start off like this. Well, starting a new life in the countryside in a relaxed environment might not be so bad, you know. That way, the child can grow up freely, right?
Stop being optimistic. I absolutely hate the idea of living in the countryside with no entertainment. All of this is your fault. You were saying some crazy stuff about a hellish ride.
True, but I don't have the power to demand your demotion or dismissal. It was entirely your company's judgment.
Unbelievable that all of this happened just because of wrecking your engagement. What the heck did you say to our bosses? What gives you the right to do something like this?
I didn't say anything, and I have no right to intervene. However, the subcontracting company received a stern message from the head of its best client. So the company has to issue some form of punishment for this matter, you know.
What are you talking about? The head of the best client?
Yeah, but let me make it clear. It wasn't me. I'm just his daughter. I have no connection with your company whatsoever.
Oh my God.
You are all happy to be congratulated on your marriage, but don't forget that there are people who are enraged about it behind the scenes. After all, a marriage by conquest involves that kind of thing.
Wait, hold on. Are you serious? What the? You're the daughter of the head of the best client? Are you telling me that you're the daughter of an important figure?
I am indeed. Obviously, Steve knew about this whole thing.
What? Seriously? So you're saying...
I got a message from him first thing in the morning. He was ready to accept the punishment, and he was relieved it didn't end worse. He wanted me to thank my dad for being lenient.
Oh my God.
He told you, right? He made up his mind. Let's get married. He had already prepared himself for this.
No way. I had no idea. Why didn't he tell me?
Maybe he thought that the woman he was going to throw away wouldn't have any relevance to you. Betrayal is unforgivable, but I can appreciate his integrity.
Wait a sec, what do you mean? So, his resolution was about that? Not about leaving you and marrying me?
It was about being mentally prepared for what would happen. Taking responsibility for his actions and not running away is a good quality, even though cheating is despicable. So I wish you happiness.
Happiness? But he's shipped off to the countryside, and I lost my job. How are we supposed to be happy? I hate the thought of living poor in the middle of nowhere. What am I going to do?
I don't know and don't care. So long. What's going on, Zora? What's this invoice for the wedding expenses? Oh, that. Well, my parents had temporarily covered for his share, so I'm sending it to recoup that cost. I initially planned to ask him to pay it back in installments after the wedding, but since the money was used for something else, I had to send the invoice immediately. Huh? When I checked with him, he said he was about to head to his new assignment immediately, so he asked to send it to your house for the time being. Hold on. What do you mean your parents covered his share? It sounds like he had no savings. That's correct. So he had to go to them and ask for their help. No. The plan was to split the wedding costs evenly, but he kept sending money to you and didn't have any left. So he had to get a loan. No way! That sounds like a lie. Steve's supposed to... Getting spa treatments regularly? Paying for the renovation of your house so he's a devoted son? He just seems like a show-off. It was just to please you. He's an idiot who spent all his savings just to make a good impression. Is that so? So this invoice, could it be that I... Of course. He will be responsible for paying it. I sent it to him. Why are you snooping around and reading the mail in the first place? That's so intrusive. It's addressed to him from you. Of course I would be curious. Whatever, it's none of my business. Please be sure to keep that invoice. Once he's settled down, please forward it to him. I don't need you to tell me that. But Zora, just to confirm, you only sent it here because you had no other option, right? He's the one who should pay for it. It has nothing to do with me, correct? Well, for now it doesn't concern you. But if he asks you for a loan, then you'll become a related party, I suppose. Oh, what are you saying? It seems like he'll face a pay cut for some time at his new job. With no savings and no one else to rely on except you, I wouldn't be surprised if he asks you for help. Now that the facade of the devoted son's gone, I'm sure he'll rely on you without hesitation. Then you'll have to help him out since you've been pampered by him all along. Oh no. Of course, there's no obligation for me to split the cost of that wedding, so I've billed him the full amount. It was written here, right? The total is $30,000. You're kidding, right? $30,000 is such a huge sum. Oh, just to make sure, there was another invoice in there, right? Please keep it together as well. Another one? Oh no, there wasn't. I'm billing him for $20,000 as compensation for the infidelity and breaking off the engagement 2 days before the wedding. I hope you haven't thrown that away. $20,000? Oh yes, there's another paper. Phew, that's great. So it's a total bill of $50,000 then. I don't think he has the ability to pay it, so maybe you can lend a hand? Lend a hand? I have nothing to offer. But it's for the sake of your devoted son, you know. His debt was just to show you how good he was. So please, I'm counting on you.
I'm giving him back to you, so please, spare us the $50,000.
Oh, you've already heard, huh? I don't intend to spare you guys. Please make the payment. Please stick to the due date and pay promptly.
That's impossible. We don't have that much savings. Besides, we need the money for the baby.
But you see, this and your baby are unrelated. If you don't have money, how about humbling yourself and asking your parents for help?
What? What did you just say to me?
Huh? I said, if you don't have money, how about humbling yourself and asking your parents for help? Oops, I wasn't thinking. They found out about the affair and cut ties with you immediately. Among the people I've heard of recently, they were the only decent ones.
It's all your fault. I lost my job because of you. Steve's transferred far away and my parents have disowned me. Everything's in chaos because of you.
I'm happy to know that you're smoothly descending into hell. Have you learned your lesson from pursuing an affair? Well, it's too late to regret now.
I'm done with all this. I'm returning Steve to you. So please, forgive me.
What about the child? Are you planning to raise it on your own?
I'll figure something out. Like you, I'm young and cute. I'll find a new husband in no time. Mind your own business.
Oh, by any chance, are you planning to run back to your ex-boyfriend, the one you were two-timing with? I heard he's a top lawyer.
How did you find out about that?
I looked him up to make sure you sunk into hell. I met him in person to discuss everything.
No.
When I told him what happened, he said you suddenly broke up with him, but it was for the best. He seemed really happy. He even mentioned that the head of the law firm is introducing his daughter to him. He's ready to move on now. He said he's cutting ties with a two-timing relationship wrecker like you and starting a happy life with a sensible woman.
Wait! This can't be true. My second choice. He was my backup plan in case.
What do you mean by your second choice when you're already with a child?
You can easily deceive someone about having a child, right? This is just unbelievable. Now I have no one to rely on. It's your fault. Why did you do this to me?
I told you. Be prepared for the hellish ride. Well then, good luck with your happy married life. As expected, Steve approached his mother Naomi for a $50,000 loan. However, she couldn't afford to pay and refused. He pressured her about all the things he had paid for. Eventually, she had to let go of the house she had just renovated in order to cooperate with the payment. He then took a solo transfer to a regional branch office while Evelyn's living in a cheap apartment with Naomi. After giving birth, she was blamed for the zero savings that was used to pay me and was immediately sent to work. On top of that, she's responsible for housework, so I've heard she's physically and mentally exhausted. On the other hand, I've had a new encounter with a nice guy, and we're currently in a relationship with marriage in mind. Good morning, hon.
Morning, babe.
You're still in bed, aren't you?
No way. I'm already up and running.
Oh, my bad. We decided to spend time with each other's family separately the day before the wedding, so I thought you'd be taking it easy.
Yeah, I get it. Tomorrow's already the big day. We've been getting things ready while working. It feels like it came in a flash.
True. By the way, about Shannon, can she make it to the wedding?
Unfortunately, no.
Still not possible.
I've tried convincing her several times, but she just doesn't want to come, no matter what.
I see. She really dislikes me, huh?
She's such a strange little sister. You haven't done anything, but she just avoids you.
I can kind of understand her feelings. She's been so attached to you, right? She must be feeling like I'm taking you away from her.
Indeed, she used to stick to me when we were young. She even said she'd become my bride when she grew up.
Sounds like the typical case of a brother complex.
She's already an adult, so I wish she'd start distancing herself from me a bit.
I wonder if I'll ever get along with her.
Not sure. She's pretty stubborn. Don't stress yourself out about it, though.
But we're going to be sisters-in-law. I'd prefer if we could have a good relationship. I was hoping to have a chat with her at the wedding. It's a pity she can't make it.
Oh well, but, come to think of it, maybe it's a good thing that she's not coming.
Why's that?
She tends to throw tantrums when things don't go her way since she was young. When she gets emotional, she might do something unpredictable. Seeing you in a wedding dress might trigger her jealousy. She could lash out suddenly.
That's pretty scary.
That's why I think it's better she won't be there in a way. Let's just enjoy our day. Probably Mom and Dad are secretly relieved that she isn't coming too. You guys can work things out after the wedding.
I guess so.
So we'll meet in the lobby of the wedding hall at 3 p.m. tomorrow, right?
Right.
I'm starting to feel nervous already.
Didn't you just say, let's enjoy our day?
Yeah, let's have a blast.
Sure, see you tomorrow.
Hi, Macy. I told Walter that I'd skip the wedding, but guess what? Surprise! I came all the way. I mean, I wasn't planning to miss it in the first place. I've got a huge mission, you know. Well, I bet the reception's already started now. You probably won't even notice my message. Macy, I'm not letting you get away with this for sure. You, a 30-something-old hag, stealing my beloved brother. I don't know what tricks you pulled on him, but I won't let a woman like you take him away from me. I'm gonna protect him with my life. I'll mess up your wedding big time. You're probably flashing that stupid smile cluelessly right now. I'll drag you down to hell in a split second. I'm coming over there now to give you a big celebration. Just wait and see. It's gonna be a blast.
Babe, are you alright?
Yeah, I'm in the dressing room right now, changing.
Did you get hurt?
I'm fine. I almost tripped and fell on my face, though. Wearing an unaccustomed dress and high heels is dangerous.
I almost had a heart attack.
It was really disappointing, you know. My hair and makeup were perfectly done, and now they're all messed up.
You looked so beautiful. It's really a shame.
I left everything to you. How's it going there? Is the reception going to be cancelled now?
Well, considering the situation, we couldn't really continue after what happened, so we had to cancel it and ask everyone to leave.
I guess that was expected. They must be upset about being sent home in the middle of it.
No, actually, they were feeling very sorry for me. Everyone witnessed what happened.
I see. It's a shame the reception was getting so lively and then it was interrupted. So, did you find Shannon?
Well, she's nowhere to be seen. I searched everywhere inside.
I guess she ran off somewhere.
She's so disruptive. I saw her suddenly barge into the hall, and then she threw a wedding cake at you. What the heck was she thinking?
Speaking of that, I checked my phone earlier and got a message from her.
Oh, from her?
Yeah.
I thought she didn't have your number.
I gave it to her when we first met. We never kept in touch, though. I'm dumbfounded to see a bunch of messages she sent me during the reception.
What did she say?
It seems she had been planning a surprise for today for a while now.
Surprise? But it wasn't a surprise. It was a destruction.
She wrote something like, "Don't take my beloved brother, you old hag," and "I'm going to mess up your wedding." They were like threats.
A notice of destruction.
She's obsessed with you way more than I thought. I felt chills reading those messages.
This is getting abnormal. You better stay with your parents tonight.
Yeah, I plan to.
We don't know what else she might pull off. It's better to lay low at their place for a while.
That sounds like a good idea. They're worried sick too.
Once things settle here, I'll head to you. Show me the messages when I get there.
Sure. Also, there's something about her I want to confirm with my office.
With your office?
I'm a bit curious about something. I called the HR manager earlier, asking him to check specific documents tomorrow. I'll explain the details later.
Got it.
Operation success. You look like a ghost covered in cake. Your hair was completely white. Hilarious. I didn't want to get scolded by my parents, so I bailed right away. Too bad your wedding was canceled. If you learned your lesson, give up on my brother, okay? It's audacious for an old hag like you to get involved with him. Seriously, things have been going great lately. Graduating from college this year and finally getting a job offer after a tough hunt. Once Walter divorces you, he'll probably come back home. I'll keep living happily with my beloved brother. By the way, you don't reply at all. Are you ignoring me? Meh, whatever. Probably too devastated by the canceled wedding. You can't even bother checking your phone, huh? I don't know where you are right now, but I never want to see your face again. Just get lost.
Hon, I got another message from Shannon.
Oh no.
I was in the shower and didn't notice it earlier. It sounds like she believes you and I are breaking up.
Jeez. I'll be there soon. Wait for me. I'll have to sort out that insane sister of mine.
Okay, see you in a bit.
Hey, Walter.
Shannon, where are you now?
I'm at the M Hotel near the venue.
You're hiding in a hotel? Dad and Mom have been looking for you everywhere. Come home soon.
No way. I'm scared of them. I don't want to go back just to get lectured.
After throwing the wedding cake at the bride, it's no surprise they're mad at you. On top of it, the wedding was cancelled because of you. I won't let this slide.
I did it for your sake, bro.
My sake?
You've been deceived by Macy, you know. I saved you from that witch.
I'm not being deceived and never asked you to save me. For the record, I asked her to marry me.
Oh yeah? What's good about that old and unattractive woman? She's not suitable for you at all.
Are you mocking the woman I chose to spend my life with?
I just spoke the truth. It would have been better if you had consulted me before popping the question.
For what?
If you had, I could have strategically stopped the wedding from happening from the start.
You're determined to mess up my marriage, huh?
That depends on the person, you know. I won't allow you to marry anyone I don't approve of. I won't ever accept it if you marry an old lady like Macy.
Why do I need your permission anyway?
Because ever since I was little, my dream was to become your wife. When I learned that siblings couldn't get married, I was devastated, you know. When you choose your wife, you need to consider my opinion.
I don't care about your opinion. You'd complain no matter who it was.
Hey, can you come pick me up?
Why all of a sudden? It's not far from the venue to home. You can go back by yourself.
But I'm scared to go back alone.
Whatever.
Dad and Mom are still mad at me, right? It'd make me feel better if you went back with me, so drive me home.
I told you before, you did something deserving of reprimand. Plus, I'm at work, so I can't come. Stop hiding and just go home by yourself already.
You're lame. By the way, you're leaving Macy, right?
No, I'm not.
What? But the wedding got cancelled. Aren't you coming back home?
That's because of some insane person, but we're already married. I'm going to stay with her.
No! You must divorce her.
Never.
You won't be happy with that woman, you know. You'll definitely regret it.
Instead of worrying about me, you better start worrying about yourself.
Why? What do you mean?
I think Macy will contact you later. I have to go now.
What? Why would she contact me? Walter! Never mind. I guess she's just gonna complain about her fault anyway. Even if she contacts me, I'm not gonna apologize.
Hi, Shannon. You've been texting me a few times since yesterday. Sorry I haven't replied.
What do you want? If it's about the wedding cake, I'm not going to apologize. It's your fault for entrapping my brother.
Huh?
If it weren't for you, he would have been mine. I'm letting you off easy with just ruining your wedding.
Well, we can talk about that later. I'm contacting you for something important today.
What is it?
You're about to graduate from university, right?
Yeah, so?
You struggled to find a job and finally got an offer, correct?
What about it?
It's really a pity.
Geez, cut to the chase. My job has nothing to do with you anyway.
Turns out I have a lot to do with it.
How so?
You lost your job.
What?
I might need to reconsider my approach to the recruitment interview. Hiring someone like you is a big problem.
Shut up! Why should I be told that by you?
You don't even know the name of your future employer's CEO?
Name of the CEO?
I thought I had seen your name at work, so I asked HR for the list of new hires.
What?
I was right. Your name was on it. I was surprised that my sister-in-law was a new hire at my company, but it was completely unexpected that she'd throw a wedding cake at the wedding.
Hold on. You're the CEO of S Corporation?
That's right.
But you're still in your 30s. The CEO at that young age?
Aw, how sweet of you to call me young. You called me an old hag not so long ago.
This is the first time I've heard about this.
That's odd. I'm sure I introduced myself properly when we met for the first time with your parents. I guess you weren't listening.
Who wants to listen to the thief who stole my beloved brother?
That thief is also the CEO of the company you got hired at.
You're just messing with me, right?
If you doubt it, why don't you check the official website? My photo and name should be on the About Us page.
No way.
So, Shannon, I'll be revoking your job offer.
I am so sorry. I sincerely apologize for throwing the wedding cake at you. Please, just don't take away my job offer.
Oh, poor thing. But you think you can get away so easily with what you've done?
How was I supposed to know? I had no idea you were the CEO. I went through a lot to land a job at S Corporation. If I knew you were the big boss, I wouldn't have done it.
Even if I weren't, what you did is unacceptable as a person.
Oh no.
And you know, it's not just Walter and I who suffered because of you. Our families and the guests who were looking forward to our wedding too. And not to forget the staff who prepared for it. You trampled on the feelings of many and wasted precious time.
So, I'm apologizing for it. Please don't revoke the job offer.
It's unfortunate, but it's been decided after discussions with HR. You'll receive a notice via email soon. Good luck with job hunting again.
That's impossible. You know, there aren't many companies hiring new grads. You're the CEO, and yet, are you trying to ruin young people's futures? Are you okay for your sister-in-law to be jobless?
That's not my concern. As the CEO, I can't hire you knowing you have a serious issue.
This is ridiculous. Just when I thought my plan was a success.
Wait, I'm not done. I'll be charging you compensation.
Compensation? Why do I have to pay for that?
Throwing a cake at someone can be considered as an assault or a battery after the threats you sent me. I could have filed a police report. But when I talked to your parents, they begged me not to charge you since you're still a student. In return, they promised to have you pay compensation.
How am I supposed to pay? I'm just a student.
We're well aware of that. They agreed to cover it for now. You owe them, so you better work hard and repay it quickly, okay?
No way!
I have a meeting to attend now. Speak later.
Wait, Macy. Please don't leave me like this.
Hun, are you free now?
Yeah, I'm on break now. What's up?
I just got a call from Dad. Shannon's facing expulsion from the university.
Holy cow.
I was surprised too. It seems she messed up a lot even on campus.
What did she do?
She barely attended classes and was just goofing around. She was almost failing and was desperate to graduate, especially after securing that job offer. She cheated during the final exams and got caught.
Whoa. So it didn't matter if her job offer was revoked or not. She couldn't even graduate to begin with.
That's right.
What's her plan now?
She'll probably find a part-time job. She's in debt to Mom and Dad for the compensation payment, so she has to work regardless of whether full-time or not.
True.
She caused quite a bit of trouble for you.
Yeah, but I've learned from this too. I need to be more cautious in hiring decisions. I'm planning to revise the interview process with the HR manager.
Oh, wow.
You too had a lot to deal with. You had to apologize to the wedding venue and guests for the sudden cancellation. It was quite a hassle.
Yeah, I'm thinking if you're okay with it, to throw another wedding reception as a way of apology. Of course, the expenses will be covered by me.
Fantastic.
Alright then, I should get back to work now.
Okay, have a good day at work.
You too, babe.
Shannon faced a nightmare of debt afterward. Apart from my compensation, she also had to pay damages to the bridal shop and the wedding venue. Since the wedding dress I wore was a rental from a shop, she had to pay for the cleaning costs. She was also charged by the venue for the ornaments, which she damaged as she hastily fled the scene following the cake incident. Upon seeing the bill, she apparently turned pale. It's the consequence of her own actions, so she brought it upon herself. Ultimately, her parents footed the bill, but they made it clear they'd recover the full amount from her. Since losing the job offer, she recently started working part-time, No matter how much she works, all her earnings will likely go towards repaying her debts. As for me, I'm happily living in an apartment near my workplace with my love. Things are going well at work, and I aim to balance my professional and personal life, intending to enjoy each day to the fullest.
I have a favor to ask you, Amy. You'll do me a favor, won't you?
What is it, Katie? You haven't contacted me in a while, and all of a sudden you're asking me for a favor? There's something very suspicious about that.
Don't tell me I'm suspicious. I feel bad that I haven't contacted you in a long time, but it's important.
I'll just listen what you have to say then. Well, it all depends on what you want me to do. So, what is it?
Actually, me and Mark are getting a divorce.
What? Divorce?
That's right, but that's not the point. My husband and I both agreed to divorce. The problem is the custody of Brian. My husband says he won't give up custody.
Custody of Brian? Well, I guess so.
So, what am I asking you to do is? I really want to get a custody. I need your help.
Well, that's impossible.
What? Why? Why did you answer so quickly? You should think it over a little more. I'll be sure that I'll thank you. Please ask Mark to say that he should leave Brian to me. All you have to do is convince him. Isn't it easy? Why is it impossible?
No, I'm not talking about how easy it is. If I simply think about Brian, I don't think we should leave Brian to you. No matter how much money you give me, I can't do anything bad to his future.
Why? What's wrong with me? On what basis can you say that I'm a bad influence to him?
First of all, Katie, you haven't been taking care of your child at all. How many years do you think I've been taking care of Brian? You've been leaving him with us since he was in kindergarten, right? I've been taking care of your child at home because you said you're busy with work. Basically, you leave Brian to us and just transfer the money every month. You don't stop by on weekends or holidays. No WhatsApp or call him. Even today, you contacted me for the first time in a few months. But you suddenly asked me to help with you for custody of Brian? And can't you even ask how's Brian at least? I can't say anything too irresponsible about entrusting Brian to someone like that.
Hey, I was just a little panicking. Anyway, my husband is the same one who's neglecting Brian.
Mark is working alone in another state, but he comes to our house every holiday. He brings souvenirs, feels sorry, and plays with Brian until the last minute. And yet, you, who's supposed to be a 10 minutes drive away, I haven't seen you for the past few months, right? Even if you're busy with work, you're not living too far away, right? And you haven't called or WhatsApp. Isn't the proof that you don't care about Brian?
Shut up! I've given you money, so it should be good enough. I'm insanely busy, more than my husband.
Then I think it's even better that Mark has custody. Anyway, if you are so busy and can even show up for such holidays, summer vacations, and New Year's, how are you gonna raise Brian by yourself? From what I've heard, you don't get along with your family that your younger brother took over. But can you rely on them? Your parents live far away. Are you gonna look for work there?
What? There's no way I'm going back to my parents' house. If I go back to the house, my brother and his wife will make fun of me. That'll be humiliating. Why can't you take care of Brian at your house like before?
What?
I'll be single and make more money than ever. So I don't have time to take care of Brian. It's not like that the lifestyle is gonna change or anything. So why can't you just do me a favor? What's the problem?
Can't you see that there's only problems? Were you claiming custody with the intention of relying on your family from the beginning?
Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm gonna be a single mother. Don't you think you wanna help out a little? Don't tell me you're gonna throw me out with Brian. You're the one who doesn't care about Brian.
No, that's not right. Come on, think about it. Let's say I can do you a favor for the sake of Brian and continue to take care of him. My children love Brian like he's their brother, but if you divorce my brother,
you and I will be completely strangers, right? In terms of our relationship, you'll be my brother's ex-wife, right? Isn't it strange that you're relying on my family? If that's the case, my brother should get custody of the child. And it'd be more understandable if my family and your parents support him. Leaving the child in the care of your ex-husband's sister's couple forever doesn't sound right at all. Am I saying something strange to you? In other words, you're never gonna give me custody of the child, no matter what I say. So, are you trying to take the mother away from the child? How can you say such a terrible thing? You don't have a human heart, do you? I'm telling you, it's not realistic and it's impossible. Brian is a good kid, so it's fine to take care of him. But if my brother loses custody of him, I won't be his aunt anymore. And then I'll be just a stranger. If I'm not a relative to Brian, when he needs to go to hospital, he'll have a trouble, right? So, it's an impossible story in reality. Why don't you just give up custody and ask for free visitation or something? I'm telling you, I don't want to do that. Just give me a helping hand with anything you can. Why can't you understand what I'm saying? It's no different than before. I'm gonna be in real trouble if I can't get custody of Brian. If I don't, the alimony and child support won't offset each other. What? Offset? Does that mean you pay the alimony? If you're gonna pay the alimony, that means you're the one to be blamed, right? If it's an amicable divorce, you don't need to pay alimony. And it's just gonna be division of properties, right? Let me ask you, what's the cause of the divorce? That's none of your business. It's an invasion of privacy. I just want you to make sure the custody goes to me. I don't have to tell a person who's so rude like you. You're not trying to threaten me with that, are you? I'm not threatening you. I just want to make sure. Even if it's only temporary, I'm still the guardian of Brian now. It's like my testimony will determine the custody of Brian, right? If that's the case, I have to make sure I know what I'm doing. Not knowing what you have actually going through, I can't just hand over custody to the guilty party. Brian's life may be decided by my choice, so I can't make a decision so easily. You're persistent and always nitpicking. You really piss me off. You know what? I'll tell you the truth. I want to divorce Mark and get back together with my ex-boyfriend. If I get custody, the alimony will be offset by child support. So I really want to get custody. And after we remarried, I want to spend some time alone with him. That's why I want you to take care of Brian at your place. Preferably until he graduates from junior high school and is able to work. What do you think? Are you satisfied now? Wow, there's much more trashy reasons than I thought. You're talking as if Brian is some kind of tool. Oh, actually, you want to get custody because of the money anyway. So, he's definitely a convenient tool for you. Even if it's your own child, do you realize that's the worst thing you could say as a mother? Or even as a human being? Which part is the worst? I am Brian's mother. What I do with Brian is my business. You just cooperate with me anyhow. If I succeed, I'll pay you what you deserve. All you have to do is give a little testimony. You'll get paid for it. That's not a bad deal. You're too selfish, Katie. Are your benefits more important than your child happiness? You're really horrible, and I despise you. I have screenshots of all your previous WhatsApp. So, I'll send my brother now. Hey, no! Don't do anything selfish. I won't forgive you if you send it. You'd better delete the screenshots too. If you do that, I'll sue you for kidnapping Brian. It's okay. I'll fight back. We have pictures to prove that Brian has been staying at our home for a long time. And the bank statement with only $200 deposited every month from you. I have many other things to fight back with. Also, I have a friend, a lawyer, so you won't stand a chance. Even a screenshot copy of this conversation will be evidence. What the hell? All you do is get in my way. I just want custody. Why are you being so insistent? You're not the one who gave birth to Brian. So why do you keep getting in my way? I just want to protect Brian's future. If I give custody to you, who only thinks about yourself, we never know what kind of abuse you might take. Do you think you want to shut the mouth of yours who only gave birth? To be honest with you, I feel disgusted to listen to your horrible words any longer. Wait, I'm sorry. I was out of line. My bad. You don't need to help me out, so please don't send any screenshots to Mark. It's too late to apologize now. Until the very end, you didn't show any signs of caring about Brian. You're a very selfish, helpless, disgusting human being. I despise you with all my heart. I'll discuss the rest with Mark and my husband. Please, do not take any contact with the home and Brian. If you take Brian away without permission, I'll call the police. Wait, I'll be really in trouble. Please wait. Hey, listen to me. It's time for kids to go to bed. If you'll excuse me. After that, Katie went to court to fight for custody of Brian, but she lost miserably. She had to pay alimony and was only allowed to see Brian 2 or 3 times a month. Still, she didn't give up and came to my house many times and tried to take Brian away. But after defending ourselves and calling the police each time, she stopped showing up, and we succeeded in fighting her off. As a result of discussions with my husband, my brother, and her parents, we decided to take good care of Brian in a home like before. Brian is growing up to be a smart boy, unlike his mother.
Olivia, where are you? The house is a total mess. You haven't cleaned at all. Seriously? I've been calling you, but you don't even pick up the phone. Where on earth are you wandering off to?
Sorry, Maggie. I'm at the hospital right now.
Hospital?
I can't talk, so is it okay to just chat?
Why are you at the hospital?
Well, I haven't been feeling great lately, and I noticed some bleeding this morning. So just to be safe, I came to see my obstetrician to get checked out.
Oh, come on. Making such a fuss over a little bleeding? Just get some medicine and hurry back.
I can't today.
What do you mean?
I'm actually going to be admitted.
What the heck? Isn't the due date still far off? Why do you have to be admitted today?
It's not for giving birth. They found an illness.
What illness are you talking about?
I'm about to undergo some detailed tests. Depending on the results, I might not be able to come home for a while.
So while you're not here, am I supposed to take care of everything at home?
I'm sorry. So, can I ask you to tidy up the house?
Jeez, useless daughter-in-law. I'm not good at cleaning, you know.
Once I'm discharged, I'll take care of the house as before. Please bear with it for a while.
Who's talking while not even fulfilling one's duties?
But household chores aren't solely my responsibility, right? You're a housewife too, so it wouldn't hurt if you could handle things at home while I'm away.
Wow, still challenging me, huh?
I don't mean it like that.
After the baby's born, divorce Sean.
Divorce?
Yes, leave without the child.
What? That's an awful thing to say.
If you don't want a divorce, come back home instead of lounging around at the hospital.
I'm not just lounging around, you know.
I mean, if you're chatting with me like this, you must be doing okay, right?
I can manage typing, but my body's feeling pretty rough, and I can't even get out of bed.
Can you not be so whiny?
Whiny?
Pregnancy isn't an illness, you know. Back in my days, I worked right up until just before giving birth. I never complained or made excuses.
That's because nothing troublesome happened during your pregnancy, right? Besides, my illness has nothing to do with being pregnant.
Stop talking back. Regardless of what illness you have, a woman who ends up in the hospital during pregnancy is unfit to be a mother.
Geez. Making excuses and slacking off on housework? I'm worried if such a woman can properly raise a child. By the way, is the baby okay? So far, everything's fine. Oh, that's good to hear. It doesn't matter what happens to you, but if anything happens to the child, I'll hold it against you. You've changed, Maggie. What? All of a sudden? Back when Arthur was alive, you were kind to me, treating me like your own daughter. Why have you been so cold to me lately? I wanted to be a kind mother-in-law in front of him. I was a housewife relying on him. I didn't want to risk upsetting him and ending up divorced. I see. But now, Sean's financially supporting you, right? You don't mind upsetting him? Of course I do. But he's working abroad right now, and he won't be back for a while. So I'll do things my way during that time. Aren't you ashamed? Sneaking around and bullying your daughter-in-law when your son isn't around? Bullying? How scandalous. I'm just guiding you. You're trying to slack off using your pregnancy as an excuse. As a mother-in-law, I've got to discipline you strictly. I'm not slacking off, I'm telling you. Oh, by the way, don't you dare snitch to Sean about me telling you to get out of the house. If you do, I'll seriously kick you out, okay? Just get better soon and tidy up the house, got it?
Mom, I heard Olivia was admitted to the hospital in an emergency.
Yeah, I thought her pregnancy was going smoothly. They found a tumor in her stomach.
Then she needs treatment as soon as possible.
It's not that simple.
What do you mean?
Treatment might not be possible.
What are you saying?
According to the doctor, they could treat it if she wasn't pregnant. But treating it now might affect the baby.
No way. I'm just so unlucky. Of all times, I'm stuck on a business trip overseas and can't do anything. I wish I could rush over and be by your side right now.
It's work. There's nothing you can do about it. You can't just shorten a trip because your wife's in the hospital.
But I'm worried sick about her. I'll talk to my boss and try to come back as soon as possible.
You don't need to rush back.
Why not? Her family lives far away. They might not be able to visit easily. I have to be there for her.
But I'm here, aren't I? She's like my own daughter now. So I'll take good care of her in your place. You don't have to worry about anything.
Mom, just in case, I hope it never happens. But if it comes to choosing between her or the baby, I prioritize her life. Please tell that to the doctor too.
Of course. She's the love of your life. Leave her to me and you focus on your work.
Thanks. I'm counting on you, Mom.
Olivia, I went to the trouble to visit you today, but you can't even send a thank you text? Of all places, getting hospitalized in such a remote area? I'll be billing you for the taxi fare, okay? Sorry, Maggie. I was busy all day with tests and couldn't get in touch. Oh my. Those tests are just a waste of money, aren't they? Excuse me? I mean, your days are numbered, right? Why don't you just relax and don't bother with unnecessary tests? Why would you say that? I want to live for the sake of my child. But the doctor said it was impossible, didn't he? Just accept it as your fate. I still can't believe this, you know? When the doctor asked me to choose between my life and the child's, you instantly said, the child, without even asking for my opinion. Of course it's obvious. Choosing between daughter-in-law or grandchild, the grandchild wins. You're just a stranger, but the grandchild is my blood. As long as you give birth, that's all that matters. You're terrible. Are you going to ignore Sean's wishes too?
Oh, even he wants the child to be the priority, you know?
He does? You're lying. I know he wouldn't say such a thing.
Well, he's kind-hearted. He might not say what he really feels to you, but deep down, he thinks his child is more important than his wife.
I need to ask him directly.
That's not gonna happen.
Why not?
Are you trying to trouble him? Since he can't say it straight out to you, I'm saying it for him. Besides, you also want to protect your baby's life more than your own, right?
Of course. I must, even if it means risking my life.
Then don't go for treatment.
But the child needs a mother. I haven't given up on living yet.
Stubborn until the end. Well, no matter how much you struggle, your life is almost up. I'll raise the grandchild well. You better start preparing for the afterlife. Olivia, I heard from the doctor in charge. There's something wrong with the baby?
Yeah. I thought she was developing fine, so I was dumbfounded. The doctor says he's not sure if she'll make it to birth. I'm in shock right now.
God damn it! What the heck did you do?
Huh?
It's your fault that there's a problem with the baby.
My fault?
Of course. It's because you got sick during pregnancy. That's why something's off with her.
That's not it. According to the doctor, the baby's abnormality is unexplained and has nothing to do with my illness.
Nope, it's definitely your fault. Your lack of self-care messed things up, affecting her.
That's not true.
If she has special needs or disabilities, I won't be taking care of her.
What? That's heartless. You were so excited about having a grandchild.
That was assuming she was normal. I'm hoping for a healthy child like my son. If a weak little girl comes out, taking care of her every day would be a hassle. I'll either put her in a facility or give her up for adoption.
Please stop. The child is innocent. Please let me raise her at home.
Huh. You can't even raise her yourself. What are you even talking about? You won't even be around when she's born, right?
True. I might not be here anymore. But Sean wouldn't want to give up his child.
Even if he wants to, I'll have a say.
What?
With him traveling abroad so often, I'll be the one raising her in the end.
Oh no.
If you hadn't gotten sick, you could have had a normal birth and raised her normally. I guess it's karma for not taking care of yourself. Well, it's too late to talk about it now. The baby's fate is up to you. If you don't want her handed off to someone else, then give birth to a strong girl, even if it's at the risk of your life.
Mom, please come to the hospital right away.
Oh, Sean, it's been a while. What's wrong?
Olivia passed away. I've informed her parents. Can you come over here too?
Have you already come back?
I came straight from the airport to the hospital.
So, is the baby okay? The due date was close.
Mom, aren't you worried about Olivia?
There's no use worrying about someone who's passed, right? She was determined to protect the baby at all costs. So she held on until after giving birth, right?
Neither of them is in this world anymore.
What?
She tried her best and gave birth, but it didn't work out. Both of them are in heaven now.
That can't be true.
Even in a haze of consciousness, she was able to hold the baby before, you know. I regret not being able to protect them, but I want to believe she departed feeling content.
Oh, I see. That's really unfortunate.
I'm disappointed in you, Mom.
Me? What are you talking about?
I saw her messaging app. You were verbally abusing her while I was away. Despite her being sick and hospitalized, you were urging her to come back soon, telling her to leave once she had the baby.
Oh no, you snooped through her phone?
When she was still semi-conscious, she asked me to see her conversation with you.
Huh. She was spiteful until the very end.
No wonder things seemed off. When she found out about her illness, the doctor said she had a high chance of recovery if she started treatment immediately. But she adamantly refused that. No matter how many times I begged her to start treatment, she didn't listen. You pressured her not to, didn't you? And lying about me prioritizing the baby?
But you know, there was no other choice. If I were told to choose between a daughter-in-law and a grandchild, it's obvious the grandchild is more important. After all, a daughter-in-law is just someone unrelated. Even you, I'm sure you want your own flesh and blood to be the priority, right? That's why I conveyed your true feelings to her. I took the blame on your behalf. You should be grateful to me, if anything.
You're messed up. Of course, the best thing was for both of them to be safe. But I could never have abandoned Olivia, who was my love, for an unborn child.
Even if you say that now, we can't bring her back to life and treat her. Can't you just let it go? Besides, it seems there were abnormalities with the baby. Even if she was born, she probably wouldn't have had a long life. Wasn't it better for Olivia to go with her baby to heaven? I bet she won't be lonely there.
Oh my God.
Well, it's too late to regret what's done. You should find a new wife and have a baby.
Mom, are you seriously saying that?
Of course I am. You're still young, you know. There are plenty of potential partners for you. I hope the new wife will finally give birth to a boy as the son and heir. To be honest, I was disappointed to know that Olivia's baby was a girl.
What the heck?
Anyway, make sure you find a wife who's physically strong next time. I don't want another daughter-in-law who gets sick during pregnancy and causes trouble.
Unbelievable. Mom, come to the hospital right now and apologize to Olivia.
What?
You better beg for forgiveness for all the mistreatment you've done to her.
Geez, what are you saying? She's no longer in this world. What's the point of begging a ghost?
You're the worst human. Don't you have any awareness of how you made her suffer?
Well, I do feel bad for being a little harsh, but I did it on purpose to make her understand the responsibilities of a daughter-in-law. I intentionally pushed her away.
Pushed her away?
Exactly. She neglected housework and went to the hospital, and then she had the nerve to say she wasn't coming back for a while, you know? I just warned her lightly so she wouldn't take advantage of the situation and get spoiled.
She was unwell to the point that she had to be hospitalized. How could you treat her like that?
Hey, don't get so mad. Deep down, you're secretly relieved to be free from a frail wife, right?
I'm cutting ties with you, Mom.
Are you kidding me? What's gotten into you all of a sudden?
I'm moving out of the house right away.
No, you can't leave. Arthur isn't here anymore. If you leave, I'll be all alone.
Be alone and reflect on yourself.
No way. I'm not working, you know. I can't get by on just the savings.
Then get a job.
I don't want to start working at this age. I've only been a homemaker for years. No one will hire me.
You should find a way on your own.
Oh, come on. Are you really going to leave your own mother?
I don't consider you my mother anymore. I'll never forgive someone who hurt the love of my life. There's no way I can keep living with you. I don't even want to see you again.
But it's a hassle to move out so suddenly. I'll apologize for what I did to Olivia, so please reconsider cutting ties.
Luckily, I don't have much stuff, so I can move out easily. I don't plan to ever return home. It's goodbye to you, Mom.
Whatever, I get it. Then, before you go, can I have my share of the inheritance?
Inheritance?
You know, Olivia had quite a bit of savings, right? Since I'm her mother-in-law, naturally, I have the right to a portion of the inheritance, don't I?
I'm the beneficiary.
Then at least give me half.
Nope. I won't give you a single penny.
Oh, please.
I won't offer any help from now on. Live on your own.
I'm sorry, Sean. I'll come and apologize to Olivia right away. Don't say we're cutting ties.
It's too late for that. Bye.
Wait, Sean. I'm begging you, Sean. I can't live alone.
Since my mom's been left alone, she started working part-time to make a living. But she's not good at it and keeps getting scolded by her boss, leaving her exhausted every day. Her home is deteriorating, and lately, I get messages asking for help like, "Can you do something about the leaking roof?" I'm ignoring all of them. She's never been good at cleaning, so the house is like a dump now. On top of that, it's leaking, and living alone in such a rundown place must be tough. But it's the consequences of her actions. After I moved out, I rented an apartment, starting my new life on my own. Devastated by losing my family, I haven't been able to recover from it yet. But thinking that Olivia and our daughter are watching over me from heaven, I can't keep moping around forever. Even though she isn't here anymore, the happy memories will always stay with me. From now on, I want to live my life to the fullest for both of them.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.